So who wants to add one more thing to the list of like hundreds that you have to do every time you upload a YouTube video? Yeah, me either, which is why I do get a lot of pushback when I mention the importance of email marketing and growing your email list as a YouTube creator. It's like we're already doing so much. And let's be honest, hitting send on a mass email to your list is just not as much of a dopamine hit as hitting publish on a YouTube video. But I got a lot of questions on my video that I published a week ago because email marketing was one of the things that I did at the very beginning of starting my channel and my business that has essentially paved the way to creating a six-figure business as an online business owner, as a content creator. And even though I said in that video, I don't really talk about that much here on my channel because my channel is not about email marketing. I do want to follow up because I don't want to leave you hanging if you're like, oh my gosh, Meredith, what do I even do with email? So I want to show you what I do. It's really easy. It's barely any writing at all. And I promise it's painless. So this is my dead simple 3-minute email marketing strategy for busy YouTube creators. And the first thing you need to know about this is I don't actually write the email. The video actually writes the email. So let me explain. And by the way, for YouTube creators specifically, there's a little bit of a caveat when it comes to emailing your list. So I'm going to get to that. The reason why I say the video writes the email, not me, is because I'm not talking about some long-winded, boring email that people have to actually read. I don't know if anybody reads my emails. It doesn't really matter. I'm emailing my list so that I can tell them about my new video and give them a few reasons why they might want to watch it. Now there's other emails like nurture emails and there's sales emails and there's like I have a whole sequence set up to send emails that look just like this, but they're to like my older videos that are still relevant today that just automatically go out. But for this video, I'm talking about an email that you can put together in under 3 minutes so that your list knows that you published a new video and you're not reliant on the algorithm letting them know that. These are the 5 building blocks, and you already have like more than half of these because you already created the video. So let me show you what I mean. I'm here inside of Notion. This is where I keep track of my planning my videos and the whole process, the whole workflow. So when you have a video that's done and it's out there, or you know when it's going to be published, you have a URL. You have a publish date, obviously. You have a title and you have a YouTube description. Like in order to have your video on YouTube, you already have those things. You've already written them. It's already decided. The only other things that you need are your email subject, which can be the same thing as your YouTube title. If your YouTube title is a good hook that is going to get people's attention and generate some interest and make them want to watch your video, that's a good email subject line too. Sometimes I reconfigure it a little bit, and the last 2 components of this are so effective and so stinking easy. Watch this. Long hook. Buckle up. I want to share 6 things I stopped doing to go from part-time YouTuber to six-figure business owner. Want to know where that came from? The first 2 or 3 lines of the video. It's literally the words that come out of my mouth in the first couple of sentences of my videos. So I take those first few lines and just format them in a way that makes sense for somebody that's reading instead of, you know, the run-on sentence that usually makes up the first few lines of my YouTube videos. And then the short hook is just the shortened version of that. Just the 1-sentence version. It's like if you could only state 1 sentence to make somebody really interested and entice them to watch your video, what would that 1 sentence be? If you could only do it in 1 sentence, what would that be? And so all of these components are practically written for you. All you have to do is drop them into your email. And I use ConvertKit for this. So let me show you what this looks like to actually put this email together. So this is just a duplicate of the email I already sent out to my list, but you can write whatever you want here, right? But we don't want to do that. Who wants to write an email? Nobody, not me. I make videos, right? So let me just delete that. We have our subject line. We just copy and paste what we already have figured out from Notion. Again, it could just be the title of your video. And then we have this top part of the email. This is the long hook. So we just copy and paste and drop it into the top part of the email. And then I always have watch, and then I have the title. Even if the title is the same thing as the subject line, just put the title here, and this is going to get linked out to the YouTube video. And then we have the YouTube video itself, which, if you didn't know, one thing about ConvertKit is you can take the URL of a YouTube video and paste it in, and it just turns into a thumbnail. It turns into a clickable thumbnail to your video. It could not be any simpler than this. I'm not taking a screenshot. I'm not uploading the thumbnail. I'm not putting a little play button in there in Canva and then uploading it. I'm just pasting a link to the YouTube video. It's like magic. And then right below the thumbnail that populates itself, I have my YouTube description, which again, we already have written it because the video is already created. We just copy and paste it and throw it into the email. And then I have my name, and then I have PS, which is the short hook. The PS is the short hook. And I always put a PS in my emails. And to take it one step further, you can reuse all of these blocks that make up the email in your social media. So if you do Twitter or X or whatever it's called today, or Threads, wherever you want to put your stuff, this short hook would make a good social media post. This long hook would make a good social media post. Pardon the interruption here. I'm just editing this video and I realized I completely spaced on a couple things that I wanted to make sure you knew about. So I'm going to get into this whole thing about not emailing your list as soon as you hit publish on your video. But first, I want to let you know, if you are starting an email list from scratch, I highly recommend ConvertKit. I have a link down below that's an affiliate link, but they have a free account. Like, you can get started for free. It doesn't even cost you anything just to get started doing what I'm showing you here in this video. So I'll link to that down in the description below this video. And now we'll finish it up. Now, this is something that I heard several years ago, and I think it makes sense. You know, as soon as you publish a YouTube video, just let YouTube do its thing. Don't post it in like a Facebook group. Don't post it on social media. Let the algorithm figure out, what is this video about? Who is the audience that it's intended for? Is it any good? Do people want to watch it? Like, let the algorithm do the algorithm things before you start sending traffic to the video. So for me, I wait a day. I send my email the very next day. So as soon as I upload my video and I, set the publish date, I schedule it, then I just know the next day the email goes out, and I can schedule the email to go out right then, as soon as I publish my video. And it's already done and I don't have to think about it. Now, if you really want to dive deep into how to use YouTube to build your list, to build your email list, I covered this in episode 3 of the Video Brand Infusion podcast. That's right here on my channel. You can listen to it as a podcast, or you can watch the video here on my channel. But I will link to that below, and I'll link to it over here for you as well. And I'll see you there.